What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. We are focusing on Town Hall 12 attack strategy today, and that of the Electro Dragons. All of these attacks are by my clan Red Elite. If you want to join us, you'll find all of the information you need on my Discord server and in our clan description. We are currently recruiting Town Halls 10, 11 and 12. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. We have the Silver Pecker statue giveaway at the end of the month for one lucky subscriber. You can see this base then. The Electro Dragons are going to tear it apart, and the reason being, the air sweepers are pointed in the other direction for a start, but you can see all of these little compartments that make up the base, and they're all clumped together. All of the defenses are just, the ability to chain through them is just too easy. We do kind of sweep down through the base with the Electro Dragons, use the heroes to finish off them final few defenses, but because the air sweepers were pointed in the other direction, we could chain onto all of the different defenses. The single target infernos, again, they were just right there with lots of buildings around them. We could chain directly onto them, get them down quite easily. It really wasn't going to be an issue, this base, so we have indeed crushed it. You will see on the next one, and I'd probably recommend this in most situations, coming in with part of a kill squad using that brand new siege machine. But if it allows you guys, get them Electro Dragons just sweeping through the base, get the clone spell in there, onto the balloons as well. The balloons are a fantastic asset to the Electro Dragons. You'll see that in this attack as well. I'd highly recommend mixing some in as part of your mass Electro Dragon attacks. Coming in for the west of the base for this one, we're actually aiming for this thick area of defenses. We have the Eagle Artillery there. Most importantly, guys, you need to be getting an air sweeper taken out, or not necessarily even taken out, and mitigate it from the attack. So in this one, we're not actually going to remove it. It's still going to be there, but because we remove all of the buildings within that area, the Electro Dragons don't have to necessarily go within its path, and therefore we've pretty much eliminated it without taking it out. I hope that makes sense, guys. You're just making it null and void, essentially. So from this point, we can actually sweep in from the top away from that air sweeper, and we're good to go. So air sweepers, that's a big thing for Electro Dragons. Single target infernos, that's ultimately what's going to take them down. So you actually want to attack straight into one of them. Notice how King Jimbo here very smartly comes in directly towards that inferno tower, and the balloons can get onto that and take it down. Now, the freeze spell only being one slot, I'd highly recommend bringing with you. You'll see as we get to the back end of the base here why it's ever so important. So the Electro Dragons, they're very slow, so you need to use them in a pack. You need to have quite a few of them together in order to be effective, and the rage spells will be helpful, but the balloons, they don't take up as much army camp space, so they can get over there and take out any black air bombs, get onto them defenses. You can see how effective the freeze spell is. The infernos, and you'll see this a lot, guys, to try and defend against the Electro Dragons, that inferno was by itself in its own little compartment, no buildings next to it, directly next to it, so you couldn't chain directly onto the single target inferno. The Electro Dragons actually had to target it itself. That's going to be important because the single target inferno is what's going to take down your Electro Dragons. So the ability to reset its charge is going to be very helpful for you. So rage spells, freeze spells, use them in a pack, get them balloons in. Lots of key things here, but again, we are still very much trying to work out the best way of using them, but it's very hard to defend. It's very difficult to make bases where all of the buildings aren't together like that, but the key ones, like we said, the air sweepers, you need to keep protected. The single target infernos, do not allow your opponent to chain straight onto it. Try and keep it separate if you can. Now, anyone that saw my Town Hall 12 best attack strategy video will know that we put Lavaloon as number 1, and I still think it is, guys. It is amazing. The elf is a beast. He got a 6-pack this war, 6-pack the war before as well, with the Lavaloon. Right now, it's a little bit skewed. It's, you know, a lot of people have been really pressing hard to get their offense upgraded, and the defenses do kind of lag behind a bit, but the Lavaloon will serve you well with them extra army camp spaces. It's amazing. Very much like you would a regular kill squad, just use the wall wrecker to come in and help out. Valkyries are always going to be a good one as well. Once they get dropped off, they're already right in the thick of it, so they can start tearing things up. From then, it really is just your standard Lavaloon circling around a base using the haste spells originally on the perimeter of the base as they move in. But notice how Elf is coming in from the south very quickly here. That is important so that this southern area of the base gets taken out just as the balloons from the east move to there. That means that they don't then get drawn down to the south. They can merge together and move in as one pack. They're not then sprinkling around the base. You're actually merging them to the middle. That's then when you use your main spells, the rage spells, the heal spells, whatever it is, in order to get through. The Grand Warden's ability, in this case, absolutely slamming it, no messing around. The one thing you have to be careful of is that the Giga Tesla does not pop until at least 50% of the base has been taken out or you've activated it. So actually your balloons, depending on how big of a kill squad you're taking, etc., they might actually path around the Giga Tesla and then have to go back to it if you don't activate it. So do take that into account when you're doing your Lavaloon attacks. Let's bring in one Town Hall 11 attack for you just because it was such a nice attack. Then we'll wrap up the video. Don't want to keep it too long for this one. Show you a snapshot of some of the attacks we're using in war at the moment, but we are obviously experimenting with different things and doing very well. Like I said, if you want to join us, we have a recruitment process. Go check out the Discord. You will be able to apply. Coming in for the Hog Riders then. You guys seen it. Town Hall 10, this is the best attack strategy. Works at Town Hall 11 as well. Using that Wall Wrecker, actually bringing in some healers on this one just to help get that kill squad healed up as they move forward. And check it out, Electro Dragon on defense. A lot of people ask me, what do you think about it on defense? Honestly, it's not that good in my opinion. It's too slow. You can't... When you're attacking, you can use rage spells, you can use number of them in order to counteract the fact that it's slow. You can't do that on defense, and if you really want to use something with high HP in order to just tank, just throw a Lava Hound in there. It's really not worth putting the Electro Dragon in my opinion. But once we've made that huge kill squad, we've taken out the CC, the Queen, we've taken out a section of the base, it really is straightforward in terms of bringing the Hog Riders in, making sure you're healing over them areas where there's, you know, giant bombs, areas for splash damage, but it's just a case of allowing the Hog Riders to run through the base. You guys did see on the channel as well that there's two different variations of this. You can either, depending on how heavy you want to come in with the kill squad, you can use the Wall Wrecker initially to help, which I'd recommend in most cases. Perhaps there's a section of the base though where you can bring the Wall Wrecker in on the back end in order to tank for the Hog Riders. Always worth taking into consideration. Couple of balloons on this one to take out them archer towers. Then it is good night to this base, continuing to clean up, and just look at how many troops are left over. Absolutely brilliant stuff, and I hope you guys are enjoying all of the new meta, all of the new strategies. Let me know down in the comments what you have found to be working for you. That is going to wrap it up for this one though. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out.